Hello everyone, my name is Greta. I'm also known as Sandalsticks Theatre, and I'm a storyteller. I tell all kinds of stories. However, today I'm going to tell an adaptation of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and it's been requested by my good friend, my young friend Ronya. So Ronya, I dedicate this story to you. It's your story. I hope you enjoy it, and everybody else who's listening, I hope you enjoy it too. Now, how do we start a story? What do we say? Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a time there were 3 bears, and they lived together in a cottage in the woods. There was Big Bear, Middle-sized Bear, and Little Bear. And Big Bear, Middle Bear, and Little Bear, well, they were quite unusual bears because they loved porridge. Porridge was their favourite food. And every single morning they would get out a big pot and they would put it on the fireplace, and then they would add a big spoonful of porridge oats, a medium-sized spoonful of porridge oats, and a little spoonful of porridge oats. And then they would also add milk and cinnamon and sugar, and they would stir the pot. Slow and steady, slow and steady, stir the pot, stir the pot. Can you smell the porridge? Can you smell the porridge? Steaming hot, steaming hot. Well, one day the 3 bears had just finished making a big pot of porridge when they heard something. What was that? It was the story train. The story train had arrived in the woods. Oh, the bears were so excited. And so they poured the porridge into a big bowl, a medium-sized bowl, and added some more milk, and a little bowl and added a dash of cream. And then they ran as fast as they could to the story train to catch a story. Now, on the way to the story train, they passed a little girl with gold hair, which is just as unusual as bears eating porridge. The girl's name was Goldilocks. Well, that was not her real name, but that is what everybody called her. And she just got off the story train, and she thought she'd explore the woods. But there was this smell in the air, the smell of porridge. And Goldilocks, she followed the smell all the way to the bear's cottage. And the bears had forgot to lock the door because they'd been excited about the story train. And so Goldilocks, she walked inside and found herself in the kitchen and saw the 3 bowls on the kitchen table. Porridge, thought Goldilocks. And she had a spoonful of porridge from the big bowl. Ooh, too hot. She then tried the middle-sized bowl. Ugh, too cold. And she then had some porridge from the little bowl. Oh, it was so tasty. It was just right. And she finished up all the porridge. Then Goldilocks decided to explore this beautiful cottage, and she walked into the living room where she saw 3 chairs. There was a big chair, a middle-sized chair, and a little chair. Goldilocks sat herself down in the big chair. It was too fluffy. Then she sat herself down in the middle chair. Ow, that was a bit too springy. And then she tried the little chair. Ooh. Oh dear, the chair leg had broken off. Whoops. Well, Goldilocks was feeling a bit tired, so she tried to look for the bedroom, and she found it upstairs. And in the bedroom there were 3 beds. A big bed, a medium-sized bed, and a little bed. She tried the big bed. But it was too soft. Then she tried the medium-sized bed. But it was too hard. And then she tried the little bed, and it was so comfortable. It was just perfect. And after a few minutes, Goldilocks fell asleep. Meanwhile, the bears had finished listening to the story in the story train, and they thanked the storyteller, and then they walked back home to the cottage. But as soon as they got there, they knew somebody had been in the house, and the big bear said, "Somebody's been eating my porridge." And the middle bear said, "Somebody's been eating my porridge." And the little bear said, "Somebody's been eating my porridge, and they ate it all up." The bears then walked into the living room, and the big bear said, "Oh, somebody's been sitting on my chair." And the middle-sized bear said, "Oh, somebody's been sitting on my chair." And the little bear said, "Oh, somebody's been sitting on my chair. And they've broken it." The three bears then walked up the stairs to the bedroom, and the big bear said, "Whoa! Somebody's been sleeping in my bed." And the middle-sized bear said, "Whoa! Somebody's been sleeping in my bed." And the little bear said, "Whoa! Somebody's been sleeping in my bed. And they are still there. It's just like the story we heard on the story train." Ah! Goldilocks had woken up, and she saw the three bears, and she jumped out of bed, and she ran past the little bear, the middle-sized bear, and the big bear, down the stairs, through the living room, through the kitchen, out the kitchen door, and outside, and she ran as fast as she could. What was that? Well, the story train was taking off. It was leaving the forest, and Goldilocks ran as fast as she could, but she managed to catch it, and she sat herself down. Phew, she was safe. And there, right next to her, on the seat next to her, there was a book. And the title of the book was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Now that evening, the big bear, the middle-sized bear, and the little bear, well, they made themselves a big pot full of porridge. It had been an eventful day. Slow and steady, slow and steady, stir the pot, stir the pot. Can you smell the porridge? Can you smell the porridge? Steaming hot, steaming hot. Thank you so much for listening. And Ronya, this is your story. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.